of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. That is Masturbators, The Simplest, and Even After Movies, Crushgasm, Men Are the Prize, and Love is Black. Please check out all of our podcasts for different podcast needs. And Masturbators is always done in front of a live social media audience. We're a mature podcast that talk about mature things. It's not kid friendly, but if you want to listen with your kids, that's on you. We warned you. Have a good day. Hello. Welcome to 212. My name is DeAndre Robinson, and for the second time, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And if I haven't said it before, I'm going to say it again. Single mothers are superheroes. And these are my friends. Say hello, friends. Start with Harvey.
Yo, Harvey here, host of Men of the Prize, the podcast, and co-host of Love is Black, the podcast that I co-host with the hot wife and super hot mother, Carice. This is going to be a fun bracket to do. Mamas, you know I love you. We wouldn't be here without you. You know what's up. Talk to the son of an onion.
I am the son of an onion, otherwise known as Casey, who is the host of An Evening at the Movies. Whoa! And would like to send out a happy Mother's Day wish to my mom, who was a single mom as well, raised me and my hellion brother pretty much on her own for, well, at times still possibly could be raising us, but as adults, we're trying not to be the immature little brats that we were as kids. But definitely shout out to all the mothers on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to my mom, Amanda, Emily, Carice, all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Now let's fix this shit.
So, with that being said, part one of the Mother's Day edition bracket is going to come up before this. So, if you haven't listened to that one, please listen to that. And part two is the men of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network doing their Mother's Day bracket and giving some loves to moms out there. So, this is how this goes. Harvey and Casey I'll give them a matchup. They will vote on the matchup. If there's ever a tiebreaker, I'm always the tiebreaker. There will be a bye in the fourth round. There will be a bye in the quarterfinals. And there will also be a third place game as well. And just like always, I did not make these rankings. These rankings come from ranker.com. You got a problem with that? Blame Ranker. Okay? There you go. All right? So, with that being said, I do want to shout out, like I said, the ladies last week. On their show, their final four was Roseanne Connor from Roseanne, Kitty Foreman from That 70s Show, Joyce Byers from Stranger Things, and Beverly Goldberg from The Goldbergs. Those their final four, and I probably will reiterate that when we get to this final four. But let's see the difference. Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
Always.
All right. Starting with Harvey. Now, just like last week, just like last episode, I'm going to fuck these names up. So I give them I just did what it is. So I sent the list of them so they will help me out with these. All right. So, or I really much just might say the first name and call it a day because
that's fine.
All right. So playing Lois from As Told by Ginger, or Madeline Weston from Burn Notice.
Madeline. Let's go Madeline I'm going to go Madeline from Burn Notice.
All right. And Casey?
I'm going to concur with Harvey.
Sweet.
Madeline.
And off the bat, it's different. All right. All right. Casey.
We do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, playing Helen from Daria, or Miss Gardner from Atypical.
Let's go anti-Kendra and go Atypical.
Okay. Harvey.
I can't agree. I'm going to go with Helen from Daria. We leave it to you, DeAndre.
Oh, Helen goes on because I haven't watched Atypical yet. I heard here's a good show on Netflix, so I'm going to give it a try. But I watched Daria, so
me too. Mhm.
All right, now get into the bracket. Harvey, Maura Rose, Schitt's Creek, number 1, versus number 100, Kate Lawrence, Family.
It's got to be Moira. That's an easy one.
Casey,
I don't think Maura Rose is a freaking number 1 seed in the freaking bracket, but I think she's hands down probably the winner of this matchup.
okay.
I agree with that.
And Maura will play Madeline Weston in the next round. Casey, number 2, Kitty Foreman, That 70 Show. Or number 99, Yoki Peters, Pen 15.
Yeah, Kitty Foreman, only because I love that 70 show.
And Harvey?
I will agree here. Yeah.
All right, and Kitty will play Helen from Daria the next round. All right, Harvey, Sophia from Golden Girls, number 3, versus number 98, Cookie Lion, Empire.
This should be difficult. It's not difficult because it's the Golden Girls. All of them are mothers, actually, so they better all be in here at some point. I would think.
I do know 2 or 3, or
every one of them had kids, but in this case, definitely Sophia. She was definitely the better mother. Cookie was a felon.
Just because you're a thug, that means you're a bad mom.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that right there.
She definitely was a thug. You're right about that. She definitely a thug.
Listen, I know plenty of thugs that are good parents. All right, Casey.
So, in my opinion, you don't fuck with Sicilian mothers. So, I will vote for Sophia.
Damn right you will. Picture this, 2023.
All right, Casey. Number 4, Matricia Adams, The Adam Family, versus number 97, Alicia from The Good Wife.
Okay, I'll go a little bit off color with my vote this time, but Morticia Adams is like the OG MILF mom that like everybody had a fucking crush on from all the way back in the black and white show. So Morticia Adams.
Harvey.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I feel like Adam's Family was like the first show with the hot wife and the questionable man. That's the whole comedy thing, and every comedy show has done that. Every man is a
precursor for Harvey and Carice.
Damn right, yeah, that yes, and King of Queens, and Everybody Loves Raymond, and every one of these shows, and then Love Is Black, the sitcom. Yeah.
All right, Harvey. Number 5, Wilma Flintstone, The Flintstones. Versus number 96, Sam Fox, Better Things.
Better Things. I'm gonna go with Wilma because I don't know much about Better Things.
And Casey.
Yeah, Wilma Flintstone.
All right, Casey. Number 6, Marge Simpson, The Simpsons, or number 95, Beth Smith, Rick and Morty.
Marge.
Harvey.
Ooh. I know what I would vote, but I know it's not going to win because of DeAndre, so I'm not going to risk it. So let's stick with Wilma.
Marge.
Oh, I went up too far. Let's say Marge. This is water, I promise. All right, keep going.
All right, well, Harvey, it's on you. Number 7, Samantha Stevens, Bewitched. Versus number 94, Livia Soprano, The Sopranos.
Oh, Livia, definitely. Hated Bewitched.
And Casey.
You don't fuck with the mob moms. They'll fuck you up. Olivia
will move on and will play Sophia from Golden Girls in the next round. Casey, number 8, Lucy Ricardo, I Love Lucy. Or number 93, Christina Beaverman, Parenthood.
Braverman.
I can never see that R. Braverman, Parenthood.
I don't feel like she probably will go deep in this tournament, but I will shout out to the greatness that was Lucille Ball and vote for Lucy Ricardo.
Okay, and Harvey?
Lucy, even though Parenthood is a great show and that was a great mom, but that's like the first. but I'm gonna go with I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy.
So Lucy Ricardo goes on, and Amanda is right. They went off of his moms because, a God of truth, Lucy Ricardo lost in the first round. They lost because she lost in the first round to them.
She lost in the first.
To
Kendra.
They went off. They both picked Christina because they said Christina was the better mom.
How? Well, that's subjective. Kendra was there. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
all right.
They said that they're going off better moms, not better shows.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, we can debate that later at a later time. That's not necessarily on air, but
okay. Well, Harvey.
Yep.
Number 9, Lucille Bluth, Arrested Development.
Bluth.
Or Bluth. Or number 92, Miss Wallowitz, the Big Bang Theory.
Both of these mothers raised some pretty, what's the term?
Sketchy kids.
Sketchy is a good way to say it. Both. I would probably go with Mrs. Wallowitz for this one.
All right, Casey.
So, while I was sitting in the backstage area waiting for this episode to start, Dre was
in the green room.
Yes, Dre was playing the part 1 of the girls' half of this, and he didn't get to do something in their episode, and I'm going to allow Dre to do it this time. So, with that said, I will be voting for Mrs. Wallowitz. Dre?
Well, first things first, Mrs. Wallowitz will play Marticia Adams in the next round. Second, Amanda is right. Howard wasn't sketchy. He was just overly protected. She protected the shit out of him. All right. And third, Howard.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's just remember, Howard was sketchy when they started this show. When they started, he was a
nerd that loved sex. He was a
perv. He was a perv. He was hitting on Penny consistently to the point where she was like almost annoyed with him. He got all this stuff that happened with him, and his mom. Obviously, the overprotective part is true. Just remember how he was. He became better, but he started off. He was really creepy.
He became better. Listen. God of truth. This don't sound explicit, but God of truth. He just needs some pussy. Like he wasn't getting no sex. Right? He was wound like a Swiss watch. He was trying to get some booty from the hot girl.
Right.
It didn't happen till he got to Bernadette, and then he came better. They came better.
Yeah, I don't sketchy. But they built up his character. Brought up, he was sexually repressed because that's all it is. Okay, that's all it was. He was sexually repressed, incredibly intelligent, super nerdy, but he was
no ass.
Right, and then as soon as he got ass, he was better.
He was better.
He got walked in one thing. He got walked over by the important women in his life. His mom dominated, and so did his wife. I wasn't always a fan of how he was treated. I will say, but I mean, I'll give you guys that. I will give.
At the end of the day, we all can sympathize with the fact that when you're not getting it, you're gonna be a freaking little crazy in the fucking head. So,
man, decade in my 20s, man. I was a punk ass.
Okay. Well, with that being said, go back to the bracket. Casey, right? Number 10, Lily Monster, The Monsters, versus number 91, Abby Bradford. 8 is enough. Oh God.
Yeah, Lily Munster.
And Harvey.
I know how this vote is going to go, but I still have to vote how I vote. 8 is Enough is one of my absolute favorite shows.
I love that show.
That early, late 70s, 80s drama, big family. I loved that show. So I'm gonna go with Abby Bradford.
So I never watched 8 is Enough, so I can't vote for Abby Bradford. I really didn't watch Little Monsters either, but I mean that's just pop culture history. So I got Little Monsters here, just for that. All right, Harvey. Number 11, Jill Taylor, Home Improvement. Verse number 90, Bonnie Blunkett, Mom.
Blunkett, yep. Yeah, she's not gonna go far, but I'm gonna go with we'll go with Jill Taylor for this one.
And Casey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sympathize or agree with Harvey and go with Jill Taylor, the hardworking mom who may as well have been a single mom because her husband was always in the fucking ER because he was fucking himself up, souping shit up with more power,
Mhm.
and going to school and keeping the house together as a whole. Mad credit to her for that.
All right. Casey, number 12, Reba. Verse number 92, Sybil Sheridan.
Sybil Shepherd. Oh no, the name on the show. My bad.
Show is Sybil
Sheridan.
Sheridan.
Yeah, Sheridan is correct. I apologize. Yeah. Is that me or?
It's
No,
on
that's
Casey.
me. I feel like I know where Harvey's going to go on this one, so I'm going to go where I go because that's what I do, and I'm going to go ahead and vote for Reba.
All right.
I love Sybil Shepherd. She's a character on my favorite show of all time. But Reba was a great fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that show. I'm going for Reba. I loved that show.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, Reba was.
Reba's a listen. Like I said last show, Reba was an underrated sitcom. Like it should, and it wasn't even on the sitcom list. Actually, God's truth, and it should have been because it was actually a really good fucking show.
It was funny as hell. It's one of those shows that Reba was okay, but it was the supporting character. That show that has a supporting character that drags it. I don't know. I forgot what her name was, but that show was
Melissa,
so
good. Melissa Peterman.
The cheating neighbor. It was weird. Like your husband cheated.
Whatever the hell her name was, but she was so good. She was so good.
Your husband cheats on you, move next door with the mistress, and have a baby, and y'all still cool. Like, it was a weird concept, but it was hilarious. It was funny.
Yeah.
All right. Harvey. Number 13, Mrs. Gilmore Girls versus number 88, Carmela Sopranos, The Sopranos.
Yeah, let's go with Carmela for this one.
And Casey?
Again, you don't fuck with the mob moms. Carmela Soprano.
And Carmela Soprano will play Wilma Flintstone in the next round. Casey, Mrs. Cunningham, Happy Days, number 14, versus number 87, Maeve Millay.
I'm gonna go.
Westworld.
We'll go with Mrs. Cunningham.
Harvey.
I concur. I agree.
Harvey.
Yes.
Number 15, Caroline, Little House on the Prairie. Versus number 86, Sarah Manning, Orphan Black.
Yo, this is a hard one. Sarah Manning was questionable as a mom, let's just say. I loved Orphan Black though. But Little House on the Prairie was some racist stuff, though. That's just but as a mother, she was as good a mother as she could be on that show, I guess, to be fair. Both of them were as good mothers as they could be. Both had their failings and just so I'm going with Sarah Manning. I will.
Right.
Yeah.
Casey.
Only because I want to try and get Dre to try and pronounce her last name again. I'm going to go with Caroline.
And Sarah Manning moves on.
I knew it wasn't going to happen.
For a couple reasons. So Sarah Manning will play Marge Simpson in the next round. However, though, Little House, I never watched an episode of Little House on Prairie. I think I'm at episode of 1, Orphan Black, I think. And Little House of Prairie just looked boring. Like it just legitimately looks boring. The reason why I didn't look good because it just looks boring, and there was no black people in it. Like there was no black. The only black ones on it was in black and white. So it just looked boring.
They did. They had one episode. Willis was
Todd,
on there.
I was gonna say Todd Bridges was on there.
Todd Bridges is on there one, and that's the episode where I realized they didn't love black people. That was the one. One of them flowed through town, and they treated him like. Yeah.
All right. With that being said, Casey, number 16, Claire Huxtable, the Cosby Show, or number 85, Nancy Botwin, Weeds.
This sucks too. I mean, like, I could do what the girls did because I know where the other two of you is probably going to vote on this one. I could do what the girls did in part 1.
The two of yous. Oh shit! He might as well say you people.
But at the same time, it's like I will echo what Kendra said in part one. You gotta respect Nancy Botwin's hustle as a widowed mother and her entrepreneurial skills, but Claire Huxtable is a badass freaking mom. And Claire Huxtable, again, I know I've said the story before and I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Claire Huxtable is the reason why Amanda and I are the best friends that we are. So I will be voting for Claire Huxtable.
Harvey?
So will I. I'll
Alright.
talk about Claire later on because I know she'll be going pretty far. We'll just
Okay.
get through this first round. Let's keep it moving.
All right. Harvey, number 17, Claire Dunphy, Modern Family. Or number 84, Gemma, Sons of Anarchy.
Claire.
And Casey?
Yeah, Gemma has no business at all being in any kind of a quality mother bracket. She is probably the worst mother in. She could be the number one seed in the worst mother bracket.
I don't think she was the worst mom, even though her son killed her. But
okay.
But
just in case you didn't watch the show.
Yeah, spoiler alert for y'all. But I don't think she's the worst mom. There's some moms on here that are fucking horrible. I just want to say that right now. But she wasn't a good mom at all. All right. Casey.
So who's she going up against?
Claire Dunphy. Modern
Oh
Family.
God, definitely Claire Dunphy in a heartbeat.
All right, Casey, June Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver, number 18 or number 83, Beth Pearson, This Is Us.
Just for argument's sake, I'm going to go with June Cleaver because I know the girls didn't.
All right. And Harvey?
Yeah. Beth Pearson is one of those moms. She was part of one of the best parent teams on TV ever. Those two were wonderful as a couple, and she was great as a mom. And she had a certain person as her mother on the show, so you can't go wrong with that either. So yes, I'm going with Miss Pearson.
And Beth Pearson moves on. Because Leave It to Beaver look racist as hell too. So I'm going to go with that. I ain't watched Leave It to Beaver at all. However, though, Beth Pearson will play Lucy Ricardo in the next round.
Well, and didn't Kendra say too that June Cleaver never had any black people over at her house?
Nope. She had a single one. All right. Harvey, number 19, Peggy Bundy, Married with Children. Or number 82, Meredith Grey, Grey's Anatomy.
As a mother. That's why I have to look at this, try to follow the lead of the ladies. As a mother. I'm going to go with Meredith.
Okay. Casey.
This sucks because I know in my heart of hearts where I want to vote. And I don't really want to spend the whole day getting yelled at and lectured by one of the girls for this because truth be told, on paper, she is not a great mom by any stretch of the imagination. So, fuck it, Meredith Grey.
Yeah, Meredith Grey moved on, and yes, Peggy Bundy would be on those worst moms list to me. I love the show, but Jesus Christ, she was not a good mom.
And ironically, who played both Gemma Teller and Peggy Bundy?
She did. She played horrible moms. Oh,
she was typecast as a bad mom.
Oh God. Meredith Grey will play Lily Munster in the next round.
Munster.
What's that? Casey, number 20, Edith Bunker, All in the Family, or number 81, Cora, Downton Abbey.
Edith Bunker.
Easily.
Right. So for Downton Abbey to be one of the best shows of all time, because technically it is, reviews, all that kind of good shit, nobody watched it. Like, the God truth, like, I asked all my friends, even white friends, have you watched Downton Abbey? None of them watched, like, nobody watched it. But it's legitimately viewed like it is one of the best shows viewing wise of all time, and I don't get it because nobody watch it.
Evidently, a lot of people in the UK watched it.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Swear it was.
That would be my only guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey, number 21, Jane Jessen, The Jessens, or number 80, June Osborne, Handmaid's Tale.
Jane from the Jetsons.
And Casey?
Oh, it's the Jetsons.
Casey, number 22, Carol Brady, and the Brady Bunch, or number 79, Jane from Jane the Virgin.
Carol.
And Harvey?
She was a questionable mother. We're gonna say that. She also had a lot of kids she had to deal with. But I will go for this one. I'll go with Carol. We'll go with Carol.
Well, she may have been questionable, but she had a lot of kids, and
Oh,
that's why she managed it by dating them.
Yeah.
And fucking.
That's how you keep them happy.
Howard, though, I do want to say this. I mean, yeah, she had a lot of kids. She had 3 kids, and then her husband had 3 kids. I understand that. But try raising a baby that you didn't know that was coming, like you didn't have sex. They're just saying.
Valid point.
Just saying. All right, Harvey, number 23, Petty Rubble, The Flintstones. Verse number 78, Amy Sosa, Superstore.
Amy.
And Casey?
Amy.
All right. And Amy will play Jill Taylor in the next round. Casey, number 24, Deborah, Everybody Loves Raymond. Or number 77, Penelope, One Day at a Time.
Deborah.
And Harvey?
If this was the mom from the original One Day at a Time, which I loved, I'd vote for her. Deborah Bruin was, I think, a good mother, but she wasn't a good wife. Let's just say that. And I'm going to go with Deborah for this one.
All right. Harvey, Rose, The Golden Girls, number 25.
You can stop.
Versus number 76, Miss Ewing, Dallas.
Yeah, it's Rose.
Casey?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Mrs. Ewing had some kids who had attitude problems and couldn't fucking get along for shit. So to me, that's not doing your job as a mom. So great show, groundbreaking show. I love the show, but it's Rose.
All right. Casey, number 26, Florida Evans, Good Times. Or number 75, Mary Platchett, Once Upon a Time.
It's not even a question. Florida Evans.
Florida Evans.
Damn.
Harvey, number 27, Rainbow Johnson, Blackish. Or number 74, Anne Romano, One Day at a Time. Damn.
Oh, there she is. There she is. Wow. That's interesting. Those were 2 good mothers. Rainbow, because she was a doctor and her kids were able to see that. Anne Romano was a great mother too on that show. That's a hard one for me. Only because she got to deal with a lot more than I think Anne Romano did. God, I hate that. All right, I'll go. I'll go for Rainbow, but I really. And she was a single mother too on that show with 2 daughters. Some craziness was going on in that house. Yeah, but yeah, I'll go for Rainbow for this.
All right, and Casey.
I feel like we don't have enough host participation in this, so I'm going to go ahead and vote for Anne.
And Rainbow moves on.
Stop it.
Rainbow moves on. That was easy.
Hey, we just needed more Dre participation.
Yeah, all right.
Mark?
You could just pick Rainbow. You did damn well. So what's else? All right. Casey, number 28, Kinga, Winnie the Pooh. Or number 73, Martha Kent, Smallville.
Martha.
Okay. Out of all the CW superhero shows, Smallville is my absolute favorite of them all. So I won't vote against Martha Kent unless it gets to be a significant matchup. So no offense to the kangaroo, but I'll be voting for Martha Kent.
Harvey?
For this one, Martha gets my vote.
And Martha will play Reba in the next round.
Ooh.
Fuck.
All right.
That lasted a while.
Harvey, number 29, Rebecca, Full House, versus number 72, Estelle Constanza, Seinfeld.
Estelle raised a neurotic son, to say the least. Becky raised some twins with a neurotic husband. I'll go with Becky on this one.
Casey?
Yeah. Aunt Becky.
Thank you, because I didn't want to vote for horrible fucking shows. God damn it. Casey, number 30, Olivia Walton, The Waltons. Verse number 71, Margaret Anderson, Father Knows Best.
Walton's is almost freaking carbon copy of freaking Little House on the Prairie, just not set in the covered wagon era. Okay, so Mother's Day gift to my mother, because The Waltons is one of her favorite shows. I'll vote for Olivia Walton.
All right, Harvey?
It's like basically against my religion to vote for anything Walton's like, because that, yeah. But as a present to your mother also, and because she's probably not getting far after this, I'll go with Olivia also.
All right. Harvey, number 31, Jessica Hung, Fresh Off the Boat. Or number 70, Amy Camden, Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven. That was the family where the dad was the pastor, and then a bunch of kids. Everybody was smoking weed in that house. Shenanigans going on in there. Let's go with Jessica from Fresh Off the Boat.
All right, and Casey?
Yeah, Jessica.
All right, so Jessica moves on, but I do want to say one thing about Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven was a horrible show, by the way. However, though, the theme song is one of the most underrated theme songs I've ever heard in my life. God's truth. Seven Heaven. Seven Heaven. I don't know why that shit was so hard for a white gospel song, but it has so much soul. God's truth. Look, if you get a chance, go on YouTube and listen to the Seven Heaven theme song. That shit.
The riff that you just came through with, DeAndre.
Yo, real shit.
I'm gonna play it as soon as we done. Yes.
All right, Harvey, number 32, Laura from Dick Van Dyke Show. Verse number 69, Gene Melbourne, Sex Education.
Let's go with Gene from Sex Education.
Casey?
Go ahead and break the tide, Ray.
Gene from Sex Education it is, because
keeps it moving.
Because she was a good mom. She was a sex therapist, so I mean, that's fucking amazing, by the way. But Gene
really likes sex.
I do. Gene will play Mario Cunningham in the next round. Sorry, Miss Cunningham in the next round. Sorry. All right, Casey. Number 33, Mrs. Jefferson, The Jeffersons. Verse number 68, Amy Duncan, Good Luck Charlie.
Jeffersons.
You go with Wheezy. It's definitely Louise.
All right. Number 34, Dorothy from the Golden Girls. This is on Harvey. Dorothy from the Golden Girls. Or number 67, Chrissy Plunkett, Mom.
It's got to be Mrs. Bornak. Got to be Dorothy.
All right. And Casey? Casey?
Dorothy.
Said Dorothy. Okay. Casey, number 35, Linda Pletcher, Bob's Burgers. Belcher. Thank you. Fuck that cartoon. Anyway, or number 66, Joyce Summers, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's all. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer because, let's be honest, I love horror, all things horror, and vampires are one of my favorite horror characters of all time. But Joyce Summers, one, never really was that much of a part of that show. So, yeah, I'll vote for the other one.
Linda. All right.
Yeah.
Harvey.
Linda Belcher is not a good mom at all. Truthfully, the only good people on that show is Bob. Like, she and them kids. Bob just trying to survive dealing with these people. Like, I'm going with Joyce.
Fuck you.
That's right. And you can't fuck me. No. No.
I feel like that's the tagline for Love is Black. your kids, and I'm just trying to deal with.
Yes, she's been saying it for years. Like she went in the room when they were born. Yeah.
All right. Well, Joyce Summers will move on. I just flip a coin and call it a day. Okay. But Joyce Summer will play Claire Huxtable in the next round.
Yeah, okay.
I
mean,
don't even matter.
In the words of NSYNC, bye.
Like
all
you won the play-in to lose in the next round. That's the same. All right.
Harvey,
mm-hmm.
Number 36, Rebecca Pearson, This Is Us. Or number 65, Harriet Nelson, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet.
Shit. It's got to be Rebecca. Got to be Rebecca.
Casey?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, to steal a phrase from Kendra and apply it to a different show, I don't feel like Harriet had a lot of black people over at her house. So
Rebecca. All right.
Unless they were cooking and cleaning. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Casey, number 37, Joyce Byers, Stranger Things. Verse number 64, Thelma Harper, Mama's Family.
I'll go ahead and go Joyce for one round at least before I rip Amanda's heart out and throw it on the floor and do a Mexican hat dance.
All right. Harvey?
People sleep on Mama's Family, man. People really sleep on that show. It was hilarious. Thelma, it can't be her. It's got to be Joyce. It's got to be Joyce. But Thelma, that show was great. She was so good. But yeah, Joyce for this one.
Give us a good second round matchup, Dre.
What?
Harvey, number 38, Shirley Partridge, The Partridge Family. Verse number 63, Amy Matthews, Boy Meets World.
Yo, Corey Topanga, ready to get married. And Corey's mom dropped some foul shit on Topanga. I didn't think she was good enough for you. Broke Corey's heart. That hurt. And then even on Girl Meets World, she made these little jabs about how Topanga couldn't cook. Like she was not nice. Not nice. Shameful. I'm still voting for her though. But she it's the Partridge Family. I can't do it. But
All right. Well, listen, he voted for Amy. Casey.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, just because she raised a biatch for a son doesn't mean she wasn't a good mom.
She didn't raise a biatch for a son. The actor was a biatch. Corey's good people. He loved one girl his whole life. One.
I mean, he cheated like twice, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he cheated twice.
There should be some other relationships at some point, But yes, he did some shenanigans on the side, so that's his fault. Yeah.
All right. Amy Matthews will play Claire Dunphy in the next round. All right. Casey, number 39, Gloria from Modern Family versus number 62, Teresa from Wizard of Waverly Place.
Gloria.
And Harvey?
Gloria.
Harvey, number 40, Lois from Malcolm in the Middle. or number 61, Elizabeth McCord from Madam Secretary?
Lois.
Casey?
Lois.
Casey. Number 41, Marie Barone, Everybody Loves Raymond. Or number 60, Caitlin Stark, Game of Thrones.
Oh man, the overbearing, up your ass mom, Marie Barone, or the mom that wasn't around long enough to be the mother that she could have been.
She was there for 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, but then, well, I mean, at the end of the day, she attended a quote unquote red wedding.
All right. I'm getting to the point where I'm never gonna have to watch this show because all the shit has been put out. So
spoiler.
Caitlin Stark.
All right, Harvey.
Yo, Marie Barone, a mess, bad mother, raised 2 kids, dysfunctional people, and I haven't even watched the Game of Thrones, and I'm gonna go with Caitlin.
Caitlin Stark. And Caitlin Stark will play Edith Bunker in the next round.
Oh no.
All right, Harvey.
The red wedding comes to round 2.
All right, Harvey. Number 42, Harriet Winslow, Family Matters. Or number 59, Ruth Martin, Lassie.
Harriet Winslow, Black Mama, help supporting that family. I have to go with Harriet on this one. I have to go Harriet.
Casey.
Harriet.
Look, just like I said last episode, I didn't know that Lassie had a mama. I just was the little white kid and the dog that could speak to him.
Lassie was the star of the show, but they needed a family, somebody to talk.
I even know, right? So anyway, Casey, sorry. Number 43, Maggie, Growing Pains. Version 58, Peggy Hill, King of the Hill.
Let's go with Growing Pains.
All right, Harvey.
Let's go with Maggie from Growing Pains.
Thank you. King of Hill is a horrible fucking show. Yeah, I said it.
Wow.
Say it again.
Wow.
Say it again.
That is
strong.
Strong.
Said it on part 1 too.
Yeah, I say it again. That didn't change. All right, Harvey. Number 44, Beverly Goldberg, The Goldbergs. With number 57, Beverly Crusher, Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Who played Beverly Crusher? Do you know?
I can know in 3 seconds. Beverly Crusher was played by. She was played by. Not tell me as fast as I thought it was going to tell me. Oh, sorry, Gates McFadden.
Okay.
No. Sorry, that wasn't Picard. In The Next Generation, it was Serena V.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with Beverly.
Which one?
It's Beverly from the Goldbergs.
All right. And Casey?
Only because I can't fucking stand Star Trek. Beverly Goldberg.
Beverly Goldberg.
All right, Casey. Number 45, Mrs. Keaton, Family Ties. Or number 56, Endora, Bewitched.
It's Elise Keaton for me. Family Ties is forever and always one of my favorite sitcoms from my childhood.
Agreed. She was the star of that show. It was her.
And I always come back to that scene in the final episode where she and Michael J. Fox are literally having it out over him moving out and going off to start his life, and she's not handling the separation well. And wow, that mom loves her kids, and she would do anything for her kids. So Elise Keaton.
Like that first progressive mom. That's what I always kind of felt like. That house was really a progressive one. And she was great as a mom. So, yes.
All right. Harvey, number 46, Lois Griffin, Family Guy. Or Number 55, Angela Bauer, Who's the Boss?
Wow. It's got to be The Boss because she brought in Tony Maselli into the home so her son could have a male figure to look at, and her mother could have a man to look at. So she did good work there. Angela Bauer gets my pick.
All right, Casey.
Yeah, Angela Bauer.
Good for you guys because Mrs. Griffin should be on the worst mom on TV.
Yo,
not a good mom at all.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a good mom. Anyway, Angela Bauer will play Jane Jesson in the next round. Casey, number 47, Roseanne Connor, Roseanne, versus number 54, Vivian Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Really?
They
voted Aunt Viv out in the first round?
Yes, they did.
Why is she 54?
I
know. Harriet Winslow was better than Get the fuck out of here. Yo. Come on.
You gotta realize too, though. You gotta realize one thing though, and I will say this, and I do think Vivian's better. Me personally, the better mom than Harriet Winslow. However, though, half that show was light skinned Viv. Light skinned Viv is not better than Harriet Winslow. That's not happening at all. However, though, overall, Aunt Viv is better than but not light skinned. But anyway, go ahead, Casey.
Aunt Viv.
All right, Harvey, Roseanne, or Vivian Banks.
This is difficult, but it's already over because it doesn't really matter how I vote. We know where it's going. But Roseanne, actually, she really gave a damn about them kids. There's no doubt about that. I just think as a mother, she wasn't the best because she wasn't inclusive with Dan. She was very domineering, do this, and then kind of bring him in when she needed, when she needed some backup. And them kids treated her like shit too. We're not going to lie about that. Vivian Banks. Yeah. I don't know. That's a bad matchup for Roseanne because that's one of my favorite sitcoms. But yeah, Mama Banks gets my vote for this.
And Vivian Banks will play Carol Brady in the next round.
Bye, Carol.
Harvey, number 48, Bernadette from The Big Bang Theory. Versus number 53, Frankie Heck in the middle.
Bernadette was another one, at least to me, that I feel like she was a good mom. She wasn't the best of wives because of the way she treated Howard. But I'll go with Bernadette for this.
All right. And Casey?
I have no idea who she's going to match up with in the second round, but I would almost kind of hope that it would be against her mother-in-law. So I'm going to vote for Bernadette.
Bernadette moves on. Casey, number 49, Mary Cooper, The Big Bang Theory. Versus number 52, Donna Stone, The Donna Reed Show.
See, I almost feel like this question doesn't need to even be asked because then I won't ask it. But I will go ahead and vote for Mary Cooper from The Big Bang Theory.
All right. Harvey?
But it's over. Once you made your vote, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to vote for Donna Stone.
And Mary Cooper moves on only because I never watched the Donna Reed Show, so I can't compare. Yeah. So, because literally, almost anybody else who will beat Miss Cooper because she only had like 4 or 5 episodes on the fucking show.
Until, of course, they then spun her off, and she's a mom on. This is really where they should have took her.
That's where my question was coming from because you can't really you don't have a whole lot to base a vote on from Big Bang. But then if you look at the perspective of a different person playing the same role on Young Sheldon, you get a lot. If it had been Mary Cooper from Young Sheldon, I clearly would have voted for her all day long. In that, because I feel like she's a better mom on that show than she was on Big Bang.
Okay. Harvey, last but not least, number 50, Mrs. Garrett, The Facts of Life, or number 51, Piper from Charmed.
Mrs. Garrett.
And Casey.
Take the good, you take the bad.
You take them both.
And then you have a correct bracket.
That's right.
All right. So here's the matchup. So Mrs. Garrett will play Deborah from Everybody Loves Raymond. Mary Cooper will play Rose from the Golden Girls. Bernadette will play Florida Evans from Good Times. Miss Keating will play Rainbow from Blackish.
We did make these rankings.
Yes, we did.
Beverly Goldberg will play Rebecca from Full House.
Oh, from Full House.
Maggie from Growing Pains will play Mrs. Walton from The Waltons. Harriet Winslow will play Jessica Hung from Fresh Off the Boat. Lois from Malcolm in the Middle will play Mrs. Jefferson. Gloria from Modern Family will play Dorothy from Golden Girls. And Joyce Byers will play Rebecca Pearson from This Is Us. All right. Round 2. Harvey, ready?
Yep.
All right. Maura Rose from Schitt's Creek or Madeline Weston from Burn Notice?
It's still Moira.
Casey?
Yeah, Moira.
Casey, Kitty Foreman, The 70s Show, or Helen from Daria?
Kitty.
Harvey?
Kitty.
Harvey, Sophia from The Golden Girls, or Olivia Soprano from The Sopranos?
Golden Girls.
Casey?
Yeah, Sophia.
Casey, Patricia Adams, the Addams Family, or Miss Wallowitz from Big Bang Theory?
Morticia Adams.
Morticia Adams.
And rest in peace, severely, like rest in peace to Mrs. Wallowitz, because she did that's what. Harvey, Wilma Flintstone, The Flintstones, or Carmela Soprano, The Sopranos?
Carmela.
Casey?
Carmela.
And Carmela will play Maura Rose in the next round.
Mela is money.
Mela's money.
Jesus Christ. Casey, Marge Simpson, The Simpsons, or Sarah Manning, Orphan Black?
Marge.
Marge.
All right. Harvey, Lucy Ricardo, I Love Lucy, or Beth Pearson, This Is Us?
Beth.
Casey?
I'll go ahead and go with Beth because I know it ain't gonna matter anyway.
Beth Pearson will play Kitty Foreman in the next round, and I would pick Lucy. Sorry.
Ooh, you had a chance, man. You had a chance.
Casey, Lily Munster, The Munsters, or Meredith Grey, Grey's Anatomy?
Lily.
Lily.
Harvey, Jill Taylor, Home Improvement, or Amy Sosa, Superstar?
Amy.
Casey?
Amy.
And Amy will play Sophia from the Golden Girls in the next round.
Okay.
Casey, Reba from Reba, or Martha Kent for Smallville?
You know, these assholes that made these rankings and these matchups are a bunch of freaking idiots. Because I don't like this matchup.
All right.
Martha Kent.
Sadly, you're talking about us when it comes to the second round. We're the reason. It's our fault. And say it again. It's Martha who?
Reba from Reba or Martha Kent from Smallville?
Reba.
Flip a damn coin. I mean, I love both of them.
I'm going Martha Kent here.
What?
Son, mom. Listen, I love Reba too. I love Reba too, but I'm going Martha Kent here.
I thought we had some backups. Oh my goodness.
Martha Kent will play Patricia Adams in the next round. All right, Harvey, Mrs. Cunningham, Happy Days, or Jean Melbourne, Sex Education.
Mrs. Cunningham.
Casey.
Miss Cunningham.
Casey. Claire Huxtable, The Cosby Show, or George Summers, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, it's not even a choice. It's Claire Huxtable.
Mrs. Huxtable. Attorney at law.
Harvey. Claire Dunphy, Modern Family, or Amy Matthews, Boy Meets World.
Dunphy.
Casey.
To steal Harvey's reasoning from the last round, only because she had the balls to put her foot down and tell Topanga, "You are not good enough for my son." Amy Matthews.
And Amy Matthews moves on. Amy Matthews will play Marge Simpson in the next round.
Keeping it white.
So, before we go further, we should reiterate it gets harder as we go on.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
All right. Casey, Edith Bunker, All in the Family, or Caitlin Stark, Game of Thrones.
Edith Bunker.
Edith Bunker.
Harvey, Jane Jetson, The Jetson, or Angela Bauer, Who's the Boss?
The boss, baby. Mrs. Bauer. Miss Bauer.
And Casey?
Yeah. Angela Bauer.
And Angela Bauer will play Lily Monster in the next round. Casey, Carol Brady, the Brady Bunch, or Vivian Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And Viv.
And Viv.
And Vivian Banks will play Mrs. Cunningham from Happy Days in the next round. Harvey, Deborah Barone, Everybody Loves Raymond, or Mrs. Garrett, Facts of Life.
Mrs. Garrett.
Casey.
Miss Garrett.
And Mrs. Garrett will play Claire Huxtable in the next round. Casey, Rose, The Golden Girls, or Mary Cooper, The Big Bang Theory.
Rose. Definitely Rose.
Rose.
All right. Harvey, Florida Evan, Good Times, or Bernadette, The Big Bang Theory.
Gotta be Florida Evans. Gotta be.
And Casey?
Well, I mean, who else could literally use one word and completely wrench your soul with that one word?
Like 40 years later. Like 40 years later, it still just breaks your heart. Man.
I'm pretty sure it's probably more than 40 years, though.
Yeah, it's at least 40 years. Yeah, it's 70, 70 I don't remember. Yeah.
Probably pushing 50. But yeah, Florida Evans.
All right. Casey, Rainbow Johnson, Blackish, or Mrs. Keaton, Family Ties?
I hate this matchup. Screw it. I'll go with the pigmentation light and let Harvey go the other way so Dre can break the tie.
So say the name first, buddy.
Elise.
So Mrs. Keaton versus
Rainbow Johnson.
Rainbow. It sucks. They're both amazing fucking mothers.
I agree. I think Elise was fantastic with the 3 kids, the 2 daughters, Michael P. Keaton, good husband. I have to. I'm going with Rainbow.
And Rainbow Johnson moves on.
That was a tough one, though.
Either way, I'm happy with who moves on.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey, Rebecca, Full House, or Beverly Goldberg, The Goldbergs?
Mm-hmm.
Beverly.
And Casey?
Beverly.
And Beverly moves on, and we'll play Edith Bunker in the next round. Casey, Olivia Walton, The Waltons, or Maggie, Growing Pains?
Maggie.
And Maggie will play Rose from The Golden Girls in the next round. Harvey, Jessica Hung, fresh off the boat, or Harriet Winslow, Family Matters?
Jessica Hung.
Casey?
Jessica.
Ooh. All right. Jessica Hung moves on, but I would say this though. When the episode when their dad came back, oh my goodness! When I just watched that couple like maybe a day or two ago, that shit hit home too. Like that shit. Ooh, wasn't there when we needed you. So, shit.
Can I say that show? I can be honest and say that show was better than I originally remember thinking.
Mhm.
Only, and not in terms of comedy though. That show hit hard. They hit some important stuff. They hit stuff. The whole thing with the father coming back, with what's her name having the restaurant, and that's not really working out, with her leaving and the kid. They hit some stuff. This show would have done well without Urkel. It wouldn't have lasted as long as it did. But eventually, the same thing that would have happened to that show as did shows like Rock or South Central, shows that cover good black issues, but we don't watch them. It wouldn't have lasted as long. Urkel became so comedic that it took everything over.
Yeah, it's the longest reigning black sitcom of all time. Yes, 10 seasons. 10 seasons.
Well, hold on, but the Jeffersons went 11.
Oh, sorry, second longest reigning. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure the Jeffersons went 11. So,
but it did cover some amazing shit. Like that one episode when she tried to get a Black History class and they worked the N word or a locker. All right, but I digress. Casey, Mrs. Jefferson, the Jeffersons, or Lois from Malcolm Middle?
Wheezy.
Harvey, Dorothy from the Golden Girls, or Gloria from Matter and Family?
Golden Girls.
Casey?
Yeah, Dorothy.
And last but not least, Casey, Rebecca Pearson, This Is Us, or Joyce Byers, Stranger Things?
Rebecca.
Harvey?
Rebecca.
Do it.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
And Rebecca Pearson will play Florida Evans in the next round, which means that Dorothy will play Rainbow in the next round, and Mrs. Jefferson will play Jessica Hung in the next round. All right, so just for everybody listening, they'll be on the third round, so the highest seed will automatically go to the quarterfinals. All right, Harvey, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Maura Rose or Carmela Soprano? Maura Rose, Schitt's Creek, or Carmela Sopranos?
In terms of a mother, it's Carmela.
Casey?
House of Pain does not even count as a show. That shit could run for 30 seasons. It's not. House of Pain, what? It is House of Pain every time I look at it. Yeah.
Thank you, Facebook user. I will say your name, but I don't know who this is. So
it's somebody who knows me because they made a point of mentioning it.
All right, so Harvey picked Carmela, and Carmela moves on. Casey, Kitty Foreman, That 70s Show, or Beth Pearson, This Is Us?
Beth.
Harvey.
Kitty was a great mom. A lot of kids coming through that house. Kind of the place where kids were comfortable. Of course, everybody was comfortable going to the basement and smoking weed. A lot of it.
And they didn't smell shit. They didn't
exactly.
They come downstairs.
Exactly. The hell? Yeah. Beth Pearson and dealt with a lot. Had quite a husband. Had a real partner in it. And she did a fantastic job. And she was like that outsider as part of the Pearson family. I have to go with Beth.
All right. And Beth Pearson moves on, but this is the time I give the shout out to K.O. Yegan, one of the writers of This Is Us, and one of my schoolmates. We went to Mill Hershey. So shout out to K.O. Yegan. All right.
What?
All right. Harvey,
Yep.
Sophia from the Golden Girls or Amy Sosa from Superstar?
Golden Girls.
Casey?
Sophia.
And Sophia will be the bye into the quarterfinals.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Casey, Matricia Adams, the Adams Family, or Martha Kent, Smallville?
It's time to cut the cord. Morticia Adams.
Harvey?
I'll go with Martha.
And Martha Kent moves on. Harvey, Marge Simpson, The Simpsons, or Amy Matthews, Boy Meets World?
Ooh. Who is it? Amy and who?
Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. Marge.
Casey.
Hi, Kendra. Marge.
And Marge Simpson will play Carmela Soprano in the next round. Casey, Lily Munster or Angela Bauer? Lily Munster from the Munsters or Angela Bauer from Who's the Boss?
Angela Bauer.
Angela Bauer.
Harvey, Mrs. Cunningham, Happy Days, or Vivian Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
It's still Aunt Viv. It's getting closer, but it's still Aunt Viv.
And Casey?
It's like the margin is now like paper thin, but Aunt Viv.
All right. Casey, Claire Huxtable, The Cosby Show, or Mrs. Garrett, Facts of Life?
So, even though she had a daughter that ran away to Baltimore to be with the wretched, she was still a great mom who, when she got that child home from Baltimore, still was capable to put her fist down and be like, listen here, child. Claire Huxtable.
Harvey?
It's Claire. It's definitely Claire.
And Claire Huxtable will play Beth Pearson in the next round.
Ooh, black on black crime?
All right. Harvey, Edith Bunker, All in the Family, or Beverly Goldberg, The Goldbergs?
This is the time, honestly, with what she had to deal with a husband, it's definitely Edith.
Okay.
All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Casey.
Yeah, let's wipe their final four off the board right now. Edith. And yes, Kendra, best mom is Claire.
And Edith Bunker will play Martha Kent in the next round.
Oh, damn. Damn.
So I'm gonna start with you, Casey.
Yep.
Why you doing something right now? So start with you. We got Rose from the Golden Girls or Maggie from Growing Pains.
I'm back.
Well, it's a good thing Harvey came back because there was no way I was gonna be able to drag my feet on this one because it's no offense to Maggie Sieber, but it's Rose.
Harvey.
What is it again?
Rose from Golden Girls or Maggie from Growing Pains?
It's Rose.
And Rose will play Angela Bauer in the next round.
Damn.
Harvey.
Yes.
Florida Evans, Good Times, or Rebecca Pearson, This Is Us?
Ooh.
Speaking of damn.
Oh, wow. Rebecca versus Ooh.
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
Oh my God. Oh. I have no reason to pick either one. They're both great. I'm going to pick Rebecca because Florida left the show for a season because she was mad about the way the show ran. So for a season, they had to, who was it? Thelma? Whatever. She played the mom. So yeah, that hurt no matter what.
All right. So Harvey picked Rebecca. Casey?
Damn. Shout out to the current location of my cohort in crime for this episode, but I'll vote for Florida.
And Florida Evan moves on.
Okay, that's fair.
Florida, or is it? Because Florida Evans will play Vivian Banks in the next round.
Oh!
Oh my God! We're in the middle of Chicago with weapons.
Oh!
So, Casey, Rainbow Johnson or Dorothy from Golden Girls?
Oof.
This matchup is almost as bad as the one coming up in the next round with Florida and Aunt Viv. Dorothy.
Harvey.
Ooh. Mothers. Oh. Oh wow.
It's hard.
It is. Rainbow.
And Rainbow moves on. That wasn't that hard.
Dorothy yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Okay, yes. on Golden Girls, I don't remember maybe once or twice Dorothy being a mom. That much. Rainbow was a mom literally every single fucking episode.
Dude, all of them were mothers every single episode. It's just a matter of their kids being present. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, bro.
Rainbow moves
on.
But
I feel you.
Rainbow moves on. And Harvey, last but not least in this round, Jessica Hung, fresh on the boat, or Mrs. Jefferson, the Jeffersons?
Oh, Wheezy. All freaking day. All freaking day.
And Casey?
Wheezy.
And Mrs. Jefferson will play Rainbow Johnson in the next round. So we are in the round 4. Sophia from Golden Girls has a bye. The bottom part of this bracket will get a bye. We'll get to it when we get to it. Harvey, are you ready?
Let's go.
Marge Simpson or Carmela Soprano? Marge Simpson from The Simpsons or Carmela Soprano from The Sopranos?
No. Sopranos.
Casey?
Yeah. Carmela.
All right. And Carmela will play Sophia in the next round. Casey, Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show or Beth Pearson, This Is Us?
Can I pass?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Oh. Claire.
Harvey.
Only because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I gave them shit for not voting Claire deeper into this thing, and
Claire versus Beth. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There isn't a loser, to be honest, but I'm going to go with Claire.
And Claire moves on.
Wow.
Harvey.
Yes.
Either Bunker, All in the Family, or Martha Kent, Smallville.
Edith.
Casey.
Eat it.
Yes. That's right, DeAndre. You ain't get up in there and mess the vote up.
Hey, listen, he would have gave it to me. It would have been. Casey, Rose, the Golden Girls, or Angela Bauer, who's the boss?
Rose. Rest in peace, Betty White.
Rose.
And Rose moves on. Sorry. Harvey. Florida Evans, Good Times, or Vivian Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Florida.
Casey.
Oh, let's go for full participation. Aunt Viv.
This is just disrespectful.
Uh-huh.
Well, there you go.
You need a coin for this?
You're damn right.
You-
They're both really good moms.
That's
No
what I
matter
was
what
doing
you
in my head.
Heads, Vivian, tails, Florida. Heads it is. Vivian Banks wins. And Vivian Banks will play Claire Huxtable in the next round.
Ooh.
Oh my!
And last but not least, in this matchup, and I think that Harvey's in the first. Whoever wins out of this matchup will play Edith Bunker, which means that Rose from the Golden Girls has to bye. All right. So Harvey, Rainbow Johnson, Blackish, or Mrs. Jefferson, the Jefferson?
Better mother. I'm gonna go with Wheezy on this one.
All right, Casey.
No disrespect to either of the two of them, but I will go with Rainbow.
And Rainbow Johnson moves on. There's no respect because both are good moms, but I mean, Rainbow's
Exactly.
So I will go Rainbow Johnson here. So we are at the quarterfinals. Rose is already in the final four. We need to see what the three moms will be with Rose. So, Casey, Sophia from Golden Girls, or Carmela from Sopranos?
Oh my God! I see the handwriting on the wall coming very quickly. Sophia.
Sophia.
All right.
We are so getting yelled at by the girls for this.
Harvey, Claire Huxtable, The Cosby Show, or Vivian Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
It's Claire.
Casey?
Claire.
Claire moves on. Casey, Edith Bunker, All in the Family, or Rainbow Johnson, Blackish?
Flip a coin. Fuck. Rainbow.
Harvey,
Edith.
Rainbow Johnson moves on. Rest in peace to Edith, though, but Rainbow Johnson moves on. Rainbow Johnson will play Sophia in the next round, which means that Rose will play Claire Huxtable. So here's the final four. Rainbow Johnson, Blackish, Sophia, Golden Girls, Rose, Golden Girls, and Claire Huxtable, The Cosby Show. Like I said before, I'm going to say the girls' final four again. The girls' final four was Roseanne, Kitty Foreman, That 70 Show, Joyce Byers, Stranger Things, and Beverly Goldberg's The Goldbergs. All right. And always, I'm going to do mine as well. My final four is Vivian Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Claire Huxtable, The Cosby Show, Rainbow Johnson, Blackish, and Florida Evans, Good Time. I kept it black because that's how I grew up, and that's why I had to see. So I'm not mad at Kendra and Amanda because that's how they grew up for theirs, and for mine, that's how I grew up. That's why I thought it was who good moms were. However, though, this is not about me. This is about you two. Are there two matchups? The winner will go to the finals. The loser will go to the third place games. Casey, are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Sophia, Golden Girls, or Rainbow Johnson, Blackish?
Okay, I lied. I wasn't ready for this. Sophia.
And Harvey?
Sophia.
And Sophia is in the finals, which means that Rainbow will go to the third place game. All right, Harvey. Rose, the Golden Girls, or Claire Huxtable, Cosby Show?
Ugh, it's Claire.
And Casey?
Yeah, I've got absolutely zero shot of making this an all Golden Girls final because if I vote Rose, Dre's just going to vote Claire through. So,
What?
Claire.
And the finals is Claire versus Sophia. That's the finals. However, though, let's do the third place game first. Casey, who's the third best mom according to this bracket? Is number 25, Rose from the Golden Girls, or number 27, Rainbow from Blackish?
Wow, we really, really, really made this tough. Rose. Yeah, I'll go with Rose.
Harvey.
Rainbow.
And Rainbow's number 3. Rose is number 4.
I wasn't going to complain about either way. There's
However,
a paper thin margin between all 4 of these people.
I agree.
However, though, this is not about third. This is about the best. We went through 104 moms. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. Harvey, who's the best mom, TV mom, according to this bracket? Is number 3, Sophia, Golden Girls, or number 16, Claire Huxtable, The Cosby Show?
It's Claire. It's not who I thought because she's not my number one mom on this list.
Mm-hmm.
But the way this ranked out, it's Claire Huxtable.
And Casey.
I know I said all the way back in the first round, you can't go up against a Sicilian mom. But I feel like if there was somebody who's going to put the fear of God in this old school Sicilian mom, it would be Claire Huxtable. So, yeah, Claire wins.
Don't mess with black moms. Don't do it.
Don't. All right. So here's our rankings. Number 1, Claire Huxtable. Number 2, Sophia. Number 3, Rainbow Johnson. Number 4, Rose. How do y'all feel about this?
It's a good list. It is a good list.
It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, all these are, most of these are good moms.
Yeah.
Most of them good moms.
Personally, my number 1 is actually Edith. I think she on this list is probably the best mom, but she wasn't going to make it through. Eventually, somebody was going to jump in front of her, but can't go wrong with Claire Huxtable.
They cannot. I mean, all 4, I mean, great. Got 2 Golden Girls in here, though, but all right. With that being said, listen, when I call your name, shout your podcast with a founder and give some more Mother Day shout outs. Casey.
Hi, I'm Casey. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Harvey, for suggesting we do this again because we like to go around and clean up all the messes that Kendra and Amanda make. But An Evening at the Movies can be found wherever you get your podcast listening fix, as well as Literature Reapers is slowly starting to build up availability on the interweb. So stay tuned for that as well. Second episode of that will be coming up very soon. We will be continuing our tribute to the Wizard of Oz month. Last night we recorded The Wiz with Dre and Jackie. Good episode. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. Tom Hanks bracket coming up at the end of the month as well. Definitely shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom. Shout out to Amanda and Emily and Carice and all the moms affiliated with the network. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that are holding it down, and not disrespecting single dads out there. We'll get to that next month with Father's Day, but moms are the glue that holds the shit together. So hats off to all the moms out there. We love you, and we hope you guys all come back for a 2-on-2 bracket. Harvey, the floor is yours.
All right. This was a fun list, and Black moms in the end, the way to go. I'm Harvey, host of Men of the Prize, the podcast, and co-host of Love is Black podcast with the hot wife and super mom, Carice. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. You are doing yeoman's work. Thanks for bringing us into this world and keeping us alive most of the time. We appreciate it. To all the moms in this network, Emily, all of the women, everybody in here, Amanda, the whole crew, everybody keeping it going. Thanks for being amazing, special, and present. And this was fun. And to our girls, to our ladies who did their bracket, yours was cool too. I was just a little bit better than yours. That's it. All love, baby. All love. Just a little bit better. Yeah. Paper thin. There we go.
With that being said, I do want to shout out to all the moms. I grew up with a single mom. I was in foster care. I was adopted. And I have someone like a mom out here taking care of me right now and working. So shout out to all the moms that I know. And yeah, if you want to, so here's the thing. Stay tuned for some other things as well. If you're watching live, then later on today, Harvey and Kendra is going to do Black actresses for Juneteenth. And stay tuned for that. And if you ever want to do one of these brackets, you're more than welcome to do it. I have fun doing these. However, though, you need to do a bracket that I already made.
Because
even though I love doing these are
big to make.
With that being said, love you guys. Happy Mother's Day. We are out.
Love you.